Yes, Adan.
Yes, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Excellency. So my name is Adan Etubon.
Yes.
I'm a freelance graphic designer.
You are a freelance?
Graphic designer.
Graphic designer?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I started my journey back in 2016. 2016 is when I finished high school. It's when I finished high school. But I didn't get any opportunity to go to college or university. But I had passion of design because I love drawing. So with the help of community, I got some support through the Alan Chisang Foundation to access some course on Udemy. It's an online platform where we access course.
Yes.
So I learned the course for 1 year, then I graduated. But now to put my skills into action was a big problem because I didn't have any resources to do that. I didn't have any computer, I didn't have any internet, so it was a challenge. Last year when they opened this center, I saw the lights at the end of the tunnel. Because I was able to access the computer and also the internet. Now I started to put my skills into action. So I learned about online freelancing, and I came across this platform. It's called Upwork. So Upwork is an online platform. It's like an online marketplace where clients post their jobs. Then we as freelancers now, we go there and apply for this job. We write a proposal. Once the client approves your proposal, then it gives you the job. Okay. So since last year, November, up to today, I've managed to get 7 jobs.
7 jobs?
Yes, that is direct customers. Then I've managed to work on 21 hours. So we have 2 types of jobs. We have the direct one, which you work with the client on, like you agree with the client, this logo, it will take me $50 to create for you. Okay. Then we have an hourly rate where you decide with the client, you'll pay me $5 for 1 hour. For 1 hour. So now I'll sit down, work on the project. Then at the end, I'll bill the client all the hours that I've worked. Okay. So far I've managed to work on 21 hours. Okay. Then with a total of 7 jobs. To combine all, I've managed to earn 900 USD. That is equivalent to 146 Kenyan shillings. 1,000? Yes, 1,000 Kenyan shillings.
Over a period of how long?
2.5 months.
2.5 months?
Yes. Apart from on this online platform, I also have local customers, which I reach them via email, and also I use like social media platforms. I write them emails and send them my portfolio. If they like my work, I can do the work for them. So these are examples of work I've done. I'm a graphic designer, so I do logo design. This is an example of a logo design which I did from the platform. Okay. And the client is based in Germany.
The client is based in?
Germany.
Germany.
So it's a German client. Then I did this logo for them. I also did this for a client in Germany again through the platform. It's a RAM, so it's a company which sells RAM. So I did the packaging for them. Then they printed on the bottles.
You did all that from Kitale?
Yes. Then we have this is a local customer. I got this referral from my friend. He's from Turkana, he's from Lodo. Yes. So this is the 23 magazine. It's a social magazine that tells the good story about Turkana County. So they came up with the photos and the content. Then I did the magazine, the full layout of the magazine. Then this is also, it's a referral. This client, I got the referral from the first client I got on the platform. Yes. So I got a referral. Then this client is from Tanzania. It's a label design for a water packaging.
So you designed for them?
Yes.
Okay. They paid you?
Yes, after project.
After the project?
Yes.
Okay.
This is actually one of the biggest project I did. Yes. It's called Gipa. It's from Germany again. I got a referral. It took me almost 2 weeks to come up with 180 pages of it's a catalog. It's a catalog. Yes, they have a shop, so this all they sell in the shop and the descriptions. So it took me almost 2 weeks to come up with the whole design. This is a report for Conrad Adenua Stiftang. It's from Nairobi. Then we also do development. So our the way I envision this in a long term maybe is, since it's working for us, my friend will talk about development, but since it's working for us, we've already, personally me, I've tapped into the digital economy, and I know it's really working. So our end goal is probably also to recruit more of us, so that we'll be in this together as a group.
What would you want me? How would you want me to support what you're doing?
I think the biggest challenge is resources, because if we don't have resources, that means we'll not learn anything.
Resources is
Computer, internet, workspace. If we have like ICT hub like this one, let's say in each county, or maybe in each constituency, many youth will benefit from this, because it's really working, and I can testify it's working.
So you want internet?
Internet, computers, and a furnished room like this.
And a place.
Yes.
So, and you're suggesting that maybe in as many places as is practically possible,
Yes.
we deploy this.
Yes, because if it works for us here in Kitale, that means it will work anywhere else in this country.
Okay.
Yes.
I was in Nandi County yesterday and in one of our institutions, and he was telling me, another gentleman called Brian was telling me exactly what you're telling me. And therefore, you are saying that, are you aware, for example, that we now have a plan, just to answer to your question,
Yes.
of resources. You saw in our manifesto,
Yes.
there was a big number 5 plan on digital superhighway, meant to accelerate the deployment of digital infrastructure, fiber optic,
Yes.
across Kenya.
Okay.
And that we have now changed the law on CDF so that we can do exactly what you are saying, that in every ward we have an ICT hub like this, maybe slightly bigger than this, and we are looking at between 300 or thereabout young people like yourself, in every ward, in every ICT hub, doing exactly what you're doing. Right?
Yes.
So that is the plan, and that's why, apart from this community ICT center, we have another 5, and we have now how many?
102.
102
Within the Tibet.
within the Tibet institutions.
Yes.
And we are now building up to 1,400.
1,450.
Yeah, in every ward in Kenya. That's the plan we have.
That's really good.
In that plan, is there anything additionally you think I need to do?
More of so
I'm asking because now you have a limited place.
Yes.
Where you can get a job.
Yeah.
So you're saying, from where I sit, we should diversify the places where you can
Yes. For instance,
have
if
access to work.
exactly, if we can get a bigger clientele, if we can get a bigger clientele who actually will buy from us through this platform, or maybe directly through other projects that will come directly to the wards, that will be better, because many people will have access to these skills. But again, if they'll not have any job to do, then that means they'll just end up again being in the street. So it's better. We have the facility, yes, but if we have that big clientele, actually the demand now, because the skills is there, now the market that we will sell these skills, that will be really great.
Okay. So I have been to different countries. I've been to Germany, where you are talking about.
Yes.
I've been to the US, I've been to Canada, and we are trying to expand the scope of where we can get opportunities for you guys to work. Right?
Yes.
But maybe it is important for Owalo here
Yes.
to tell us
Yes.
what's going on. Adan here wants to know what's going on elsewhere in Kenya for people like him.
What we are doing, Your Excellency, is that as they learn, courtesy of your efforts on the global stage, we are connecting the youth also to the global technological jobs. So we don't wait for them to complete the learning. They learn and they start earning at the same time.
So how many people like this good man Aden? How many people like Aden today are earning on this infrastructure?
A total of 119,000, Your Excellency.
119,000.
119,000. And the training so far, we have managed to train 390,000.
Yes. Now, I think the cap that has existed
Yes.
has always been the number of people who can be trainers of trainers.
Yes.
The TOTs.
TOTs, yes.
And I remember last week I was asked, and we had already factored it in the budget.
Yes.
And I think this week,
Yes.
Last week, we released 120 million for that process. Is that what you
That
think?
is the case, Your Excellency, because we are now going to have a training of trainers being facilitated by the Tibet.
The School of Tibet.
The School of Tibet, courtesy of the Ministry of Education. And we envisage that through that training of trainers, we are going to get a minimum of 2 facilitators to conduct this training in each and every digital hub that has been set up. The total of 102. Yes.
Okay. Yes, you wanted to say something.
Yes, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Isaiah. I went through the same course with Adan. I never went to university. I never got an opportunity because of the background where I come from. But I said I'll use my skill or capability of what I have to make myself sustainable. So I learned web development. I was able to create different websites from different clients, international and even local. I have a good connection in German. I have so many clients I'm working with them in Germany. Actually, I even got a scholarship in the University of Luxembourg. I'm going to study there, but at least I'll pay a little bit of money. But I'm working so I can pay my school fees. And so I have a couple of examples of websites that I've done. Yeah. This is one. This is Conrad Stiftung Adenoa. It's a website from Kenya. I think I'm pretty sure you're aware of them.
I know.
Yes, this is YFCS. It's in German. This is Helen Dunkel. She's an athlete. She's in German as well. I did her website. These are all through reference. Someone, I first met this first client, and then he was happy, and then he referred to me to this old client, to an extent that I got as an opportunity to work with one of a digital agency. It's called Digital Lion as their lead web developer. Okay. And so they're giving me job and they're paying me. Okay. Yes, so these are this example. This is Don Bosco Kakuma. This is in Kenya. It's a website for them I did. This is Digital Lion. I did actually their website. This is a platform whereby they outsource jobs and give youth. So I got an opportunity to work with them, and so I get job out of them.
Isaiah?
Yes, Isaiah.
Isaiah, are you able to, if you have more work that you can handle as Isaiah, are you able to get support from other people, maybe call in 1, 2, 3 other people to support you as you?
Yes, when I get a lot of jobs, I believe I work a lot of hours, and so I take the shortest time to complete a website. But if I have 2 websites at the same time, I have my colleague here, I usually pass the work to him. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And so that is what we do. We also do 3D animation, and he does that. Okay. Yes, but he's good in back end, I'm good in front end. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so you are a gang or a team?
A team, yeah. We want to form our own agency. We are working on forming our own agency, whereby we can have jobs just coming in. Like, for instance, Adan is working with Upwork, and he gets a job for web development, and he's a graphic designer, and he can't do it. He outsourced the job to us, and we do it, and we grow. As the team is also learning, we want to create a space for them so that when they come up, we can easily be in the market and give them opportunity to start direct working for clients. Yes.
2 final things, Adan and Isaiah. Now, that gentleman there, John, is our PS for ICT.
Yes.
What are you telling John? What are you telling Adan, Isaiah, Boni, and the rest of the good people here in terms of access? You know, what is the strategy of your department, your State Department, on how to get more opportunities, more sources of work for people like Adan, Isaiah, and these good people?
Your Excellency, we are enabling Adan and the entire young people of Kenya to be able to access global opportunities in the digital space. First, we want to ensure they have the facilities, as Adan has asked, one in every world. Now starting with the Tibet, the 102. And also we want to ensure that anyone who is accessing any of these platforms, whether it's Remotas, Upworks, or any other jobs they access, is done to the required quality. And for that reason, the training that is starting for training of trainers is very important, because we need to brand the Kenyan talent, we need to brand Kenya, so that anyone in the world who is seeking their jobs to be done, they know if they deliver it to Kenya, it will be done timely, quality, and it will meet their requirements. So the training component is good, not for that individual, but for the entire country. We are also working to enhance the global connectivity. Like here in Kitale, we have enhanced connectivity all the way from Nzoia, Kitale to Nadaba, the border of South Sudan, to be able to have a broadband connectivity, the digital super highway.
To make the connectivity more efficient.
Yeah, so that we can connect many other places. We are also going to work with other players to ensure we increase the number of platforms that they can access opportunities.
That's the one I wanted to know, platforms. You know, we have Remotas, we have Upworks.
We have also the training which is taking place in Nairobi for the trainers will be training on 7 platforms, different from these 2.
Okay.
And those who are contract jobs, where the job aggregator enters into a contract with the job source and now avail these jobs to the taskers like Adam. So that will increase the number of platforms towards 10 that the Kenyans can access. Your Excellency, we've also discussed with our local ecosystem in Kenya, including Safaricom, to build a Kenyan platform that will also avail talent there. And over time also, we introduce jobs on those platforms.
Yes.
So we want to make it sustainable, we want to make it local, and we want also to make sure that the work being done by any Kenyan is quality.
Yes. Let me ask you one question, Isaiah.
Yes.
Do you have a letter of appointment from anywhere?
No. No.
Do you have to wear a tie to go to work?
No.
This is the new phase of work.
Yes.
You must not necessarily have a tie. You know, I have a problem with many people who tell me you are doing the wrong thing. We want young people to go to an office, put on a good suit. That is when they are seen to be working. But you know, the nature of work has changed.
Yes.
Nowadays, work is on a computer, work is in the site, work in different places, you know?
Yes.
And you don't necessarily, I have told Chungwa and Magufuli here, they need to change the laws of Kenya. Employment has changed. You know, there are people who are still insisting that you can't work for that company in Germany unless they give you a letter of appointment.
Yes.
Are you looking for a letter of appointment or you are looking for work?
I'm looking for work. In fact, I don't even know.
You don't even know? But you have worked for them, they have paid you, and you are moving on.
Yes. Mr. President, I had a question. We're having a challenge, actually, as freelancers, getting the local jobs. Because if I pitch maybe to His Excellency, I want to do a website for you, they'll ask me, where have you studied? I have a challenge with that. But if I'm writing an email or just a proposal to anyone outside, they'll ask me, what have you done? And then I just show them my portfolio and they tell me, you can work for me. So that is a challenge that I'm encountering when working for the local clients. It's a challenge. Yeah, they need paper. They need, where did you study? That's a challenge. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think people are listening.
Yes,
and that's why I'm telling Shumwa and these of ours, they need to rethink the whole law, legislation, here, Alan, the whole legislation, so that we can enable people like Isaiah, who may not necessarily have a university degree, but you can see their work. You know, what they can do, the skill they have acquired is what sells. You know, the delivery of the job is what matters, not the amount of papers they have in terms of certificates.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Nice work. Come on.
Haya, asanteni sana. So I'm very happy to be in this community ICT hub here in Kitale town. I am truly pleased that you guys, and I have listened to Aden here, I have listened to Isaiah there, and Bonnie, and they speak a story that resonates with all of you here. That this ICT hub is giving a chance to you through learning on being trained on this digital space. You can monetize your talent. You can work from here, work for foreign companies, not just in Kenya, in Europe, in America, in Asia, in many parts of the world. I have listened to Adan. He's been given a chance for tasks where he earns money from different parts of the world, Germany, Kenya, Tanzania, and many other areas. When we made a commitment, when we went to elections, many people may not have known what we were saying. We were saying, under the 5th pillar on digital superhighway, we wanted to create a digital infrastructure that was going to give us opportunity for millions of young people like you to have access to the internet, to have access to computer infrastructure, and so that you can tap into the opportunity that exists in the digital space. The jobs that exist there, digital jobs that exist there. Is also going to enhance our e-commerce. And it is the same reason why we are digitizing all government services. Because we are moving into the digital space, and all business, all commerce, all transaction, government services will be available on a digital platform. And it gives then an opportunity for all of us to work and for many young people to have access to job opportunities. We all know, and I am talking to you because they say it is the wearer of the shoe who know where it pinches most. So we all know that the biggest challenge we have as a country is the challenge of unemployment. We have millions of young people out of school with certificates, with diplomas, with degrees, but they don't have jobs. And jobs will not happen. They will have to be created. What is it that we do to create jobs? We have taken the decision as a government that we are going to create jobs in our housing program. That is why I am going to be launching here the program on the way to 10,000 housing units in Nzoia. That will give close to 20,000 young people in Nzoia an opportunity to work as architects, as engineers, quantity surveyors, plumbers, masons, electricians, and all manner of steel fixers, people working in our cement factories, people working in our steel factories, people working in our quarries and all manner of places. That all work, it has to be thought through, it has to be designed, and it has to be delivered. The other space is the digital space. And that is why this ICT hub is very important to me, because I know how important it is to people like Adan. It is because of an ICT hub like this that Adan in the last 2.5 months has earned close to 140,000. Right? So that's important. And as we talk to you, You have had the CS for ICT. We have ICT hubs like this already in 102 TVET institutions, including community ones like this one in Kitale. Sorry. And already we have 119,000 people like Adan and Isaiah there and Bonnie there that are earning from this digital space. 119,000. I was in Nandi County yesterday. I went to one ICT hub in Kaiboi National Polytechnic, and there were 50 young people like Adan who are already monetizing their talent. And that is the case in many other institutions. I was in Kisii. I was actually in Game in one of the community ICTs like this one. This is one of the strategies we are having as a government, because unless we deliberately, intentionally work on programs that will create jobs like this, we will continue to have millions of our young people in the streets, jobless, and we will continue the crisis of unemployment in Kenya. Are we together? The other opportunity that will be available to other young people like you is in the export of labor. We've worked on bilateral labor agreements across the different parts of the world. I was explaining that last week, for those of you who follow the news. We put on the newspaper opportunities for the first 2,500 nurses going to Saudi Arabia. And apart from that 2,500 nurses, we have opportunities like those for 500,000 Kenyans to work in different parts of the world. Why? Because we have good talent. Our human capital is premium. And we need to use our human capital to drive our development and our economy. And because we have good talent, that's why we're also investing heavily in education. We have committed this year the largest budget in education. 650 billion this year is going to education. We have put money in TVETs, additional money. We have put additional money in the universities. We have hired another 56,000 teachers for our primary and secondary schools. Just last week, we released 120 million shillings for the School of TVET to train more trainers who will come and train people like Adan and the rest of you in ICT hubs. Again, it is not by guesswork. It has to be deliberate. It has to be intentional. Do you understand what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel like asking the people who are complaining about me looking for opportunities for Kenyans beyond our borders. You know, I ask my friends on the other side, I had them complaining, oh, why is the president going to look for Kenyans abroad? He should be looking for Kenyans locally. Now, I'm asking myself, do you care where you work? Does it matter whether you work here or whether you work elsewhere, whether you work on the internet or whether you work in mjengo or whether you work in export of labor? Si tulisema kazi ni kazi? Ama namna gani? And you see, I dare ask my competitors, okay, at least I have a plan through housing to create jobs, through digital jobs and ICT infrastructure like this one to create digital jobs, through export labor, through bilateral labor agreements to create export labor for export. Apart from organizing a few youths to go and do maandamano, what is their plan? Beyond maandamano, what is their plan for job creation in Kenya? They need to tell us. Mumesikia mpango yao beyond maandamano ya kupanga ajira ya kwa vijana wa Kenya? Sio watu wanatuhadaa ama namna gani? Wakati walipata nafasi wakatuambia twende rege. Sasa rege ni mzuri lakini surely. So really, I really want to say congratulations. Thank you, Alan Chesang, and the team that is what you are working with on this ICT hub, and all the other. You have our support, and we are going to replicate this. What you see in this ICT hub, we are replicating this in 1,450 wards in Kenya. Yeah? And we want to give as many young people in Kenya, across Kenya, an opportunity like the one you have. Na sasa kupita hapo, kila mtu atakuwa anajitetea. Si namna hiyo? So mjipange, you have our support. We will continue to deploy fiber optic across Kenya. We will continue to make internet available. We will continue to support this computer program. In fact, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to take this na huyo Isaya na ule mwingine, tutawaambia sasa mambo ya hapa imetosha, tutamtafutia kompyuta ajipange kwake, atakuwa anafanya kazi kwake. Ndio hapa mahali huyu hada ameketi, tutafute mtu mwingine ya si ndio? Si mtu akishapata skill na amepata connection, si anasonga. Ndio tunapatia mtu mwingine nafasi, na yeye akifika pale aende apange tena, atafute watu wengine wasaidiane. That's how we are going to create opportunities enough for all of us in Kenya. And so I just wanted to tell you, as I tell many young people in Kenya like you, that we are looking out for you. We will do our best. We will work hard. We will work smart to make sure that we give an opportunity to as many young people in Kenya as we can, because it is our duty and responsibility as a government, and especially those of us who are leaders. Are we together? So mujikaze, mufanye bidii. We will continue to do this, and I want people like Aden to speak out, people like Isaiah to mentor other young people, show them the way, introduce them to the space, the referrals you are getting, make sure you don't hoard them. You also, give that opportunity to other young people. That's how we are going to change our country. So, asanteni sana, nawapenda sana, nawatakia heri. God bless you and a happy new year. Asanteni, you want to say hello to me? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Asanteni sana. Okay, my dear. Asante sana mwana. Thank you. Thank you very much. Shukrani. Shukrani.
Hata nimemaliza.
Sawa.